Good morning. This is Lorraine.
And Jennifer,
And Jennifer, I've got another really tough question for you this morning.
go for it.
What do you want people to say about you when you walk out of the room?
I definitely want people to see me as a strategic person.
And that is a great answer because it's succinct and it's very clear. And that at the end of the day, the ability to capture that in a few words
Mm-hmm.
and know that that's what you want
Mm-hmm.
is the very first building block of building a memorable brand.
Yes, yes. You want to be known for something. I think for a long time I was known for Google Ads and everybody knew me for Google Ads and that's how I started
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago. And if you've known me for a very long time, then you knew me from Yellow Page area.
Mm-hmm.
But and I don't know, the last couple of years it's evolved and that, you really need to understand strategy.
Mm-hmm. And not everybody is going to be good at strategy. Not everybody is going to feel comfortable playing at that level. Some people are going to be more tactic based, and that's okay. If you want to build a business that is just doing Google Ads, if that's what you want to do from sun up to sundown,
Yeah.
then that's what you want your brand to be. You want to be known as the best Google ad person, but your business has evolved and you want to be known differently.
Yeah. And I think, in today's world, you have to be a memorable brand
Mhm.
because we are looking at things differently. We're watching social media videos, we're watching reels, and if you're not putting out content that is unique and different and you don't have a brand,
Mhm.
which everybody does, you're leaving some sort of message out there, then you're not going to be there when people are searching for when they need solutions to the problems they have.
Absolutely. And, it's funny because I have a lot of words that I use to describe me, but if I would pick one word, it's going to be teacher. That at my core,
Yeah.
I love that. Now I would add no nonsense, no fluff, very direct, and all of those other adjectives.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you had to sum up in one word, it would be an educator, a teacher, because I got all this shit. What the hell? It's our podcast. I've got all this stuff floating around in my head,
Yeah.
and I love sharing that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so building my brand around that makes sense.
And I think there's always a strategy to everything you do, down
Mhm.
to I'm strategic about we're painting our house right now. I'm like, okay, we need to do this room first, that room, and you need to do that. I'm always thinking strategically, how do I do this to be efficient and
Mhm.
effective at the same time? And I do the same thing with marketing.
Absolutely. And I I'm very good at creating processes,
Hmm.
but I got to have other people live them out because I get bored and move on. But let's take this back to kind of businesses and building that memorable brand. And I don't think that you necessarily just have to have one word, but I do think that in this market today, with so much content being created by AI, and
Yeah.
it all sounds the same, and
Yeah.
it's all let's be honest, and yo, bro, we're going to work on this, and 32 M dashes. It all reads fine, but it all reads generic.
Generic.
And so if you want to stand out, you've got to know who you are first.
Yeah. I think this really relates back to your core values.
Mm-hmm.
Your core values really does should, and if you don't have these, you need to think about like what do you stand for.
Mm-hmm.
I think about this like there's hundreds of HVAC contractors, there's hundreds of plumbers, like what do you do differently? I was at an event and there was a plumber there and it's like, well, how are you different? And they're like, "Oh, well, we're great customer service." And I'm like, everybody says that. You got to say something different, otherwise you're not very memorable."
Yeah, I used to teach. I used to teach a class when I was in the HVAC industry, and I would have everybody stand up and say, "Okay, how many of you lead with great service in your sales message?
Hmm.
Sit down. How many of you, and nobody is left standing."
Free
And I'm like, free
estimates.
estimates. I'm like, which one of your competitors is out there saying they are expensive and they offer crappy service?
Yes.
So you're not saying anything different. And so you really need to think about what is it that you that is special? Are you local? Have you been in this community? Are you active in this community?
Yep.
When people shop with you, are
Yep.
they supporting local economy?
Yep.
Do you care about the things they care about? And it goes back to your core values. And it's funny because when I started my business originally, I had three core values, and over the years they changed a little bit
Hmm.
as other people came into the fold and personalized the brand. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of full circle. And for me, it is all about its creativity, its collaboration, and its positive energy. And those are the things that I want people to experience when they experience my brand.
I think those are important. And once you understand those, then you are able to position yourself better as, in your marketing, because
Mhm,
you'll connect with people, and not everybody has to be your client.
mhm,
There's some people that appreciate price. And so if you want to position yourself as, the best price, then, you can do that. But if you want to position yourself as the best value, then you can do that. Like, but you've got to understand what are the things that make you you as a company, and not just somebody else that
right.
can solve your issues.
And it is not enough to put your core values on your homepage.
Mhm.
A few weeks ago, I talked about the epiphany that I had with realizing who my audience was.
Yeah.
And since then, I have really been working on what does that mean? What does that mean in terms of how I present myself?
Yeah.
Um, what do I lean into? And I am currently rewriting every single page of my website. Every page has to sound different because I am talking to a different audience.
Yeah.
And I'm rewriting my bios on my social media platform, my speaker intro, everything. And it's for some of these things that I've used that same bio for 10 years.
Yeah.
And letting that go and realizing that was no longer relevant
Right.
was hard.
Yep. Yep. It's possible that you have content on your website like what you're describing. I know I did too, that, you need to get rid of, you need to
Mhm,
let go, or you need to rewrite and update into
mhm,
your new brand language, because your brand is probably constantly evolving
mhm.
and the world evolves.
Now, this is somewhere where ChatGPT has been very helpful,
Hmm.
where I gave it some articles that I wrote that I really liked, that I felt really expressed my voice and really defined with some tweaking what my voice was. And I can now give it this brand page. I also worked on this is who my target customer is, this is what's important to them, this is what I want to
Yeah.
sound like. And so I can give that here's the page. I want to rewrite it in my voice for this audience. Now, when it's done, it's still not perfect,
Mm-mm.
but it is close. And that has saved me a lot of time. And it doesn't sound generic. It doesn't sound like everybody else. It's still using my words and my language.
Yep, yep, same. Going through that same process, and it's been a great journey. But I again think that being a memorable brand is more important than ever, because we're no longer driving traffic as much as we used to. We're hanging out on social media, and your clients are hanging out and possible, are there, and you need to create content that's going to be memorable and speaks in your own brand values.
Absolutely. And you kind of touched on it a little bit there, that search is changing, that we're not going to be winning search on the who, what, when, where, why questions as much. We will talk about ways to win there in the coming weeks. But when people go to Google with your name in mind,
Yeah.
you need to be doing more to show up under your name.
Yep. Yep. Gotta keep that brand out there.
All right. So until next time, if you're looking for more conversations like this, hop over to YouTube and look for the Small Biz Chat.
All right. Take care now.
Bye now.